My headcanon for the Justice League Unlimited time travel episode is that instead of them being switched, it was that Hal Jordan became a founding member. How do people not know who the Flash is when he's late to everything? And he works at Star Labs, which is the only place that can make all the machines that he needs. So DC keeps resetting the continuity, but Marvel doesn't, which means every single crossover still technically happened. This means Spider-Man has still met Batman and the Joker in canon. I want to see a corporate police officer in DC. Like, he just knows who everyone is because of logic. Like, Batman, yeah, I know who he is. He's just got a black building money. Knows who all the Robins are. Superman, logic. Green Lantern, logic. Flash, just, I guess, association. Instead of being a hard, Wonder Woman, no mask. Superman, very photogenic. Jay Garrick, no mask. Super speed, but no mask. Alrighty, here's my Joker rating. Number 5 is Jared Leto from Suicide Squad. Don't care about Zack Snyder's cut. It's like 2 hours long. I'm not watching that. That 4, Jeremiah from Gotham. Yeah. 66, Batman's Men from 1966, that Joker, fine, not my favorite, did what he had to. Number 2, Heath Ledger. He was fine for the darkness. Number 1 though, Joan Velasco, Gotham, that was the Joker. It had all the best parts of all the other ones. That was the Joker. Give me your list. I guess. All like 3 of you. All of Batman's villains, when it lasts 1 week in the Marvel Universe. Punisher would kill them all except Mr. Freeze because of his dead wife. He would feel bad for like 3 seconds, then he would shoot him in the head. So I have this book, Regrettable Superheroes, and on page 96 it's Peacemaker, like the DC one. I don't know why. So because of Space Jam 2 is every Warner Brothers movie in the Arrowverse, because the DCAU was the DC universe they visited, but the DCAU is part of the Arrowverse because of Brave and the Bold. So is everything this now in the Arrowverse? Even Harry Potter? Just confused. Cause tell me what you think if everything Warner Brothers comes out is now in the Arrowverse. You're telling me you're a Marvel fan, but you don't read the comics? Well, that's okay. These characters can be enjoyed in all mediums. So, this is the behind the scenes for Miss Marvel, and this isn't the suit they're using. It doesn't seem like it. There's another Captain Marvel, Miss Marvel suit. So they set in behind the scenes. And having this pixel, so first, I feel like this is going to be the one in the beginning, and then she's going to update it later. This feels a lot like the X-Men and Fox. How at the end of every movie, they were like, look at these comic accurate outfits, and then they change them. That's the vibe I'm getting from Miss Marvel right now. So I'm watching Batman the Brave and the Bold meets Scooby-Doo, and they just randomly reference Jason Todd and his whole thing. So the Brave and the Bold is like the youngest Batman, and they just nonchalantly reference Death in the Family, which means in the most kid-friendly Batman song, Joker still beat a kid to death with a crowbar, and I just love that fact. So I know this was a while ago, but I was just watching videos about it, so I'm gonna talk about the CW Crisis on Infinite Earths special thing. It's gonna be like 3 videos maybe. First of all, this is Night Earth 89, the Tim Burton one, and Batman captures Joker, so just this is just a universe that Joker doesn't die after he falls off the thing. Just found also in the first part it talks about Earth Titans and Doom Patrol on a different Earth, which shows me the Doom Patrol in Titans, or not the Doom Patrol in Doom Patrol. Also, Earth X is wasted in this, just completely wasted. You can really tell that they just recently got the ability to use Superman, since there's like 5 of them in this show, in this special. Why is they got Birds of Prey but not Gotham, which lasted 4 more seasons? Since that just kind of makes me mad. And Krypton, they didn't have that either. Of 666, Lucifer's Earth. Well, it would have been interesting to see Lucifer join the little battle thing to join the team after this. Just be like, that's cool. Here's a card. I'll go with you. Instead of him just leaving. I know they only had him for a day, and it would have been harder to keep that under wraps, but still would have been interesting. I just realized that Earth 2 in this is now the same Earth 2 from the comics, being the Justice Society in that Earth where they actually got old. We got to see Ryan Reynolds use his ring before we got to see John Diggle use his. Swamp Thing just looks sad because he didn't get because his show only got 1 season. I just realized Earth 21 at the end of it is very misleading. That's definitely not Doom Patrol. Unless they're all high. Which has happened in the show, so, who knows. Look at this. He smiled and winked at the camera. Nice. So, this is the Crisis box set, and Flash dies in this one while Barry does, and Supergirl does. So why didn't they just do this? They could have done this, and then still kill off Arrow, kill off Oliver, and then after this, have Wally, after Barry does that, he can have Wally take over for his show. And this show got cancelled the next season, so it wouldn't have mattered anyways. And then you could have had the film Superman do that, have that big moment. So they both, pretty much, Supergirl and the Flash was saved, just for the shows to immediately get cancelled, and the Flash isn't really even in that show anymore. It's just it's Team Flash, and Flash is in like 5 episodes, has like 5 episodes now. Second video on Crisis on Infinite Earths for no reason. Then there's the graphic novel that's canon to the Arrowverse. And I found the one consistent through all the multiverse. Lex Luthor has no hair. Hell, there's only 2 of them that have hair on here, and one of them looks like that, and the other is technically a clone. So, one consistent, Luthor has no hair. And second consistent, Superman looks weird. So, I'm started watching The Boys for the first time, and in season 3, if they didn't do it in season 2, I want them, because Black Noir, or whatever, is clearly the Batman of the group. So I just want them to give him a Robin. Like they could do like the whole dumb Robin thing. They could obviously use it for advertising, but just have him be like slightly, like a 10-year-old who has slight super strength, and have him in like the bright outfit, like technically like practically a mini Homelander outfit, and have him team up with Black Noir for the whole time. I just think that'd be hilarious.
You're dating the main character of the book physically closest to you. How's your love life?
This is my pitch for the Tom Holland's next trilogy, and so since he's in college now, the next one should be him getting to know his roommates. One of them should be and the people around his room. One of them should be Johnny Storm. But then we should also introduce Miles, and he should already get bitten. maybe I didn't know that until the post-credit scene. Is it pretty much be like the PS4 post-credit scene where they both do a backflip on the roof? And then the next one should be Tom Holland mentoring some Miles Morales. I think the kid from Stranger Things. But and then in the next one, he would get killed. Tom Holland and Spider-Man would get killed completely by like the Sinister Six, like in the Ultimate comics, which his movies are based off. And then we see the scene of Peter Parker walking with Uncle Ben to heaven or into the light. And then, but Uncle Ben in this movie, because they can do this legally, would be Stan Lee brought back to life with CGI and like deepfake stuff. And he would say something along the lines, he would say something that's like, good. Tom Holland would be like, well, I'm sorry I couldn't save you, but I saved everyone else. And Stan Lee's Uncle Ben would be say something along the line, something to allow him to say Excelsior. And then they would both walk into the light, and then they would stop using Uncle Ben in the MCU. Not Uncle Ben, Stan Lee in the MCU for movies, unless it's like on the Pixar stuff. And then the next trilogy would just be Miles' trilogy, where he fights Miles' only villains, like he would fight the Predator because it's his uncle and stuff like that. And that would be the third Spider-Man trilogy, after the second one ends with Uncle Ben played by Stan Lee, even though he's dead, and Tom Holland walking into the light and passing the mantle on to Miles. I want a Marvel Secret Invasion comic. It would be like a what if comic, and it would be a comedy comic where it's almost the exact same story, but the only difference is that the Skrulls cannot shapeshift. And they don't do, like, they have the costumes of the old people on, of all the Marvel people on, but they still are green and they still have the pointy ears. It would just be a dumb comedy comic for like, it would be for like the 20th anniversary, but it would be taken just as seriously, and no one could tell who was who still. It'd be dumb, but I think it could be funny. Okay, I'm calling it now. I just pre-ordered the 13th Doctor collection that has all of her episodes in it, and I'm calling it now that it is not going to line up with the other three that I have. It's not going to look like this. All of them line up, and I know for a fact that they're going to do the dumb DVD thing, and it's not going to match up with the other ones, even though it's made by the exact same people. And that's going to cheese me off, because I mean, literally all three of them go together, and even the animated one pretty much kind of goes together. And I know it's not going to look like this. This is probably going to look more like the dang Christmas special ones. I'm calling it now that for some unknown reason, like the box would be on the wrong side or something, and it's going to be stupid. But I already pre-ordered it, so I'm excited to get it. Okay, I'm calling it now. I just pre-ordered the 13th Doctor collection that has all of her episodes in it, and I'm calling it now that it is not going to line up with the other three that I have. It's not going to look like this. All of them line up, and I know for a fact that they're going to do the dumb DVD thing, and it's not going to match up with the other ones, even though it's made by the exact same people. And that's going to cheese me off, because I mean, literally all three of them go together, and even the animated one pretty much kind of goes together. And I know it's not going to look like this. This is probably going to look more like the dang Christmas special ones. I'm calling it now that for some unknown reason, like the box would be on the wrong side or something, and it's going to be stupid. But I already pre-ordered it, so I'm excited to get it. Wow. So that's how he keeps coming back. So in Doctor Who, in the 50th, it was with John Holt, because Christopher Eccleston said he didn't want to come back. But then at the end, John Holt regenerates into Christopher Eccleston. So for the 60th anniversary, since Christopher Eccleston, who was the Ninth Doctor, said he'll never come back to the show if it's a multi-dark story, they said release a mini-series that starts with the John Holt regeneration into him, and then it would be like 5 stories of that, from that to Rose, because we know that Rose is the first time he sees his face. So I feel like that would be a good way to get Christopher Eccleston back, get more Ninth Doctor on the TV show, and just celebrate the 60th. We need Christopher Eccleston back. People need to stop skipping his season. So this is kind of a part 2 to a video I made a while ago, about how all the Doctor Who box sets for the Doctor collections all connect to each other. I'm pleasantly wrong about how they would how the new one would match. So, I'm still expecting the little rectangle to be on the bottom or something. But, I'm pleasantly surprised about that. I still pre-ordered it, so I'll find out April. Oh, what, you want a happy relationship and going on a date Valentine's Day? I have plans too, and, mine are way better. So I was thinking about the first six Avengers in the movies, and was wondering how many of them would be good with kids. I think Captain America and Thor would be good with kids, because Captain America is just good for anyone, and Thor's more playful. Iron Man would obviously think he is good with kids, but it's too selfish. I think Black Widow would be good with kids because she wants kids. Hawkeye would be good with kids because he has kids. Only Hulk would be bad with kids because he's bad with everyone. But Bruce Banner might be good. I think would be good with kids because got the general, he's mature enough emotionally to be good with kids. I finally figured out something that's been bothering me about the DCAU. It's about one of the Justice League episodes. It's one of my favorite episodes. It's the Booster Gold one, where he's saving everybody, and everybody keeps calling him Green Lantern. And I always find that funny, but why is he Green Lantern? Why would they think he was Green Lantern? Because the only 2 Green Lanterns are Jon Stewart and Kylo Reno, and possibly Hal Jordan. But I figured out, because I was watching Justice League vs. the Fatal 5, or whatever it's called, that in the back, when we see the whole room of Green Lanterns, Guy Gardner is there. So the Green Lantern that they were confusing Booster Gold with was Guy Gardner, which would make sense, because they would look more the same and act closer than any of the other Green Lanterns. So I realized, so the thing was that they were confusing him with Guy Gardner Green Lantern instead of Hal Jordan, which makes so much more sense. The reason why James Gunn is such a good choice for making the new DC movies is because he's not gonna be making movies. He's gonna be making fan films. If you look at the people he chose, those are just random people. Booster Gold has a lot of fans. He's a fan of Booster Gold. He's not making movies. He's making fan films and films that the fans want to see. We want Batman to be comic accurate and have Robin and be fun. And Damian Wayne would be a great character for new fans to get into. James Gunn is not gonna make Batman and Superman, the man from The Dark Knight. No, he's gonna be making them from the actual stories. He's gonna be making them more from the DCAU, and you can tell that James Gunn is not just making movies because he's been paid to. He's making fan films with the budget and A-list actors. And I think that's, and people keep complaining that he's picking like C-list characters, but they seem not remember C-list characters like the random robot man who's a billionaire, the frozen Patriot, the green monster, and like that one random space team that no one's ever heard of. No one's knew about any of these Marvel characters until they made movies. That's why they got movies made about them. So, and like, Booster Gold has fans. He's been in TV shows. So I think people just need to wait and see what happens. If they do the Green Lanterns in the new DCU, I think they announced the Green Lantern TV show, Hal Jordan should be much older than all the other Green Lanterns, because he was the first human Green Lantern, because the Alan Scott made his, and he's not a member of the Green Lantern Corps. So Hal Jordan should be significantly older, since they didn't want a human in it at all. And so the bias to get rid of that bias, it would have taken a while. So like, they should pretty much be from oldest to youngest about the age they joined, except Power Wing. But they should all be like Hal Jordan should be like have gray hair. Should have at least have like the ring of gray around his hair, and like Jon Stewart could be like in his 30s. Guy Gardner and Kylo Ren should be in their 20s, but like Jon Stewart should be significantly older than the rest of them.